You know who else is a dumbass?
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, Johnny Cage, baby! We watched Mortal Kombat Legends, the fourth one, which is actually the first one because it's a prequel to the other ones. Cage fight or cage match? I think it's cage fight.
Cage match.
Cage match.
I'm pretty sure.
It is set in the 80s, baby, because the other ones were set in the 90s, baby, because that's when the games came out.
What?
Johnny Cage is a dick. He's an actor. He's an ass. He's a big loudmouth, and he gets wrapped up in an adventure with a cult. This one was kind of disappointing.
Apparently, Alan Wake had anti-piracy thing where if you pirated it, Alan Wake wore an eye patch through the whole game.
What the fuck?
That's funny.
That's really random. I feel like Battle of the Realms was a lot more chaotic and kind of boring because there was so much noise going on, but I feel like this one was just unengaging. Like,
it was very boring. It was trying really hard to be relatable because of all of its 80s references, but it was dumb.
Yeah,
and not engaging.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was cringing my brain out or anything. Like, plenty of the jokes landed. It wasn't unfunny, but yeah, it was like 50-50 on the jokes. I think the budget got dropped a bit more as well, so it doesn't have the art style of the first two or the third one.
Right.
It's like kind of between them all. So it still looks fine, but yeah, they definitely cut the budget for a lot. I liked a lot of the neon highlighting that they would do. I think that partially just covers up the budgetary issues as well.
Yep.
But like everything being fucking bright neon, because of course it's, you know, SoCal. That's cool. I like that.
I thought it was Miami.
No, it was California. Cali.
80s were trippy, man.
True. I like that. The voice acting was all good. I think it's Nolan North. The guy who was playing it, he's done it all the things. He's fine. He's good.
He's good. The villain
was lame.
Was voiced by the character. The character is the voice. Whatever. The actual person voicing her is the villain.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an actor. Yes. Sort of.
Yes. Who was also a big 80s star.
Yes. That's kind of neat. I liked that it was getting wrapped up in a cult. I said it to you during the movie, and I keep thinking about it, where it's like, I feel like making like but what if a bunch of lizard people ran Hollywood with blood sacrifices? Like, I feel like you're kind of doing the thing. Like, it's definitely not intentional, but it's like, you're just doing the anti-Semitic tropes. Like, just flat out, it's like Hollywood is run by lizard demons, and it's like, you mean Jews, right? It's like, yeah, and there's underground tunnels and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck?
I didn't get all that.
I'm not saying it was intentional. I'm just saying, like, it's schlocky 80s nonsense because that's what they did back then. It's just like, there's a million other ways you could have done that. That probably would have been less, like, yikes.
The end of the movie had a bunch of witches running around in tight leather, and it unlocked a memory for me with that one Scooby-Doo movie with the witches that were a rock band or whatever.
Yes.
It felt very similar.
Yes. I hated the assistant character in the movie. He was very annoying. He was very bright, the worst version of Jimmy Olsen you've ever seen, where it's just like this. He's an adult, but he's acting like he's like a 14-year-old child.
And always sucking up.
Yeah, just like, oh my gosh, you're so cool and smart in hands. I was like, punch this kid in the face. So that was really annoying. That got tiring.
The writing was very flat.
Yeah, it was flat.
There was nothing here, really.
Yeah, which does make it inoffensive, but it's also inoffensive, and it could have been more. But also, it's also a Johnny Cage prequel that's set in the 80s before the first movie/game. So, like, what were we expecting?
A fight? There was hardly any fight scenes.
I did respect the fact that when they did do violence, they're just like, yeah, we just splattered a chick with a car. Like, I like that when it like really randomly got violent, but yeah, there was not enough of it at all. They were trying, but I don't think, I don't know, underground fight rings or something. I like how it ties into the original tournament. I think that connection was handled pretty well, where it was a character whose name I don't remember, being sent out by Lord Raiden to find such and such Earthrealm defender, and then we see at the end of the movie he's like, I'm gonna go on an island and shoot a movie, and we're supposed to be like, he's gotta do the thing. That was fine. But like, yeah, his character arc was incredibly boring and flat. The movie was horny, I'll give it that.
Kinda.
Enough. This is the one out of the 4 I think I would definitely rewatch the least.
Yeah, for sure.
Battle of the Realms at least it was really overly stuffed and messy.
That was the second one, right?
Yeah, it was the direct sequel to the first one.
Yeah,
and they really crammed in the third act in the end of it. But like, at least it had a pretty big tournament section in the middle. Yeah. And the first one is just really good.
Yep.
And the third one's really good.
Yep. This
one is just like this one's like white bread.
This is the lower end of mid. 2.5 stars.
That's the middle of mid, definitionally.
Three's mid.
You know what mid means, right? It means middle, right? Medium,
right? Yes.
Which would be 5 out of 10, which is a 2.5.
But out of 5 stars,
right? Which is 2.5. That's literally dead center. We gave it the same rating.
I know,
but I mean, it is mid. It is, but it's not just mid in the, like, there's mid in the way that's like kind of like Battle of the Realms was kind of mid, but it also had just enough like little spice thrown on top where it's like it was not good, but it was like solid.
Mid positive is 3 stars. Mid derogatory is 2.5.
I would say mid derogatory would be 2 stars, and then mid. True neutral mid is 2.5 stars, and then good mid is 3. This is the worst of the 4, though.
Yep, easily.
They did confirm they're doing another one. I have no clue what it's about. I think it involves a bunch of ninjas or women, so that'll be cool. It'll come out next year because that's exactly how all of these work.
It has ninjas or women or blood or something.
Preferably all 3. I'm just kind of hoping that this one's more of a dud than like a decline, because they're still making a lot of money off of these.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can't put the budget in it. Maybe, I don't know, take a 1-year hiatus, consolidate some assets, and then
even with the cheaper animation that the third one had, it still had a lot of care put into it, and it was one of the more enjoyable ones. So it's not all budget.
No, I would say, no. It's Scorpion's Revenge and Snowblind are like on the same tier.
Yep.
And Snowblind, so those ones were 3.5 stars.
Yep.
Snowblind was 3, so positive mid, and then Cage Match was 2.5 stars. True mid. At least it's not Mortal Kombat Annihilation. One day we will watch that movie, and it will be the worst day of your life.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's the sequel to the one from the 90s. Mm-hmm. I mean, the one from the 90s was actually like kind of fine. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same level.
I remember you talking about it several years ago.
It's like the same level of quality as the current one, where it's like, wow, this is like the same thing. And then the sequel was just the most godforsaken thing you've ever seen in your life.
That's nice.
Directed by the same people too.
Wow.
So really funny. Meh, we watched it on Max. It's fine. It's streaming fodder.
Yep. For sure.
These are all direct to VOD, but this one is the one that like definitely feels like content, not a movie.